Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another Fill Me In General Energy reading. And this reading, if you're new to my channel, is timeless. It can resonate with you whenever you find it. It can resonate for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind this reading is general, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. So take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. If you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, or your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can do so at the Vimeo links in the description box. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website can be found in the description box as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for guidance. And we're going to go ahead and get into the messages for this time. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, the first thing I'm getting is strong X energy. I feel like the first message I'm getting is that someone could have tried, this could be an ex of yours. This could even be an ex of the person you're dealing with, but I get a strong energy of an ex who tried to sabotage your happiness. It's like I'm hearing they felt that something was progressing in your love life. And I felt this could literally be someone who tried to do spell work to sabotage your love life. Whether they had concrete evidence of it or not, I just get like they had this feeling, and because I feel like they still have some sort of connection to you. It may not be very strong, but I feel like whatever remnants there was existing from the relationship you had with them, I feel like they were pulling on that to try to gather information about you. And I feel like they were given, or they were able to gather that you were having some sort of progression in your love life. And I'm hearing, and it was serious. So they tried to, in a sense, throw their hat in the ring to sabotage what you had going on. But I feel like it was more so behind the scenes. I don't feel like this person was coming to you trying to confuse you. And because I get like this person knows, like this person is aware that they don't have any chance with you. So it's like they have this kind of mentality of like, if I can't have you, no one else can. So they just feel like, okay, they're not going to give me a chance, but at the same time, I don't want them to give anyone else a chance either. If I'm not going to be happy, then they're not going to be happy. That's the way they were feeling about it. So they were doing something behind the scenes, whether it was like putting a bug in certain people's ear that maybe is around your person, or they could have even been trying to like I don't feel like they were doing anything directly to you or your person that you're dating now or connecting with, or you're, fully in a relationship with now. I get that they were more so doing something indirectly. So I said it could be either spell work or they were doing something physical, but it was like through like maybe a third party that's connected to you guys, like a friend of either of you or a family member of either of you. Like they were trying to just create some kind of chaos to keep the relationship from moving forward. If they were trying to put negative bugs in people's ear that is around the two of you, like that is connected to either of you, I feel like those what was said made it back to the two of you, and it probably produced a conversation. But I feel like you all worked it out. Like you all didn't allow this to come in between you, because you started it's like somehow even though you didn't know what the source was of this information, or how this made it back to you all, or how this even became a conversation, I feel like somehow in discussing it, you all discovered that this is someone trying to ruin what you all have. So it's like you immediately discussed it and dismissed it because it was nonsense. And I just get that, yeah, whether they tried to do it that way or tried to do spell work, whatever their attempt was, it did not work. And this person is like they're going out of their mind. I'm hearing the song Out of My Mind Just in Time by Erykah Badu. So yeah, this person felt like they're going out of their mind just as the two of you are like reaching the epitome of your happiness. So I do feel like this is someone that you're with already. Whether you recently met or not, I just get like the relationship is progressing really well, and you all are moving into a very solid base. or you all could already be together in a solid way, and like you're progressing to like a deeper level of commitment in the relationship. I'm hearing buying a house. You all could be house shopping together. You all could be starting a family together. You all could be about to get married. There could be a proposal on the horizon, I'm hearing. Yeah, so there could be a number of things that's happening between you and this new person, but this ex was like really trying to keep this from happening because somehow they knew that this person could have even gotten readings on either of you and discovered this information. So yeah, it's like that's what made them say, no, I need to stop this before it. Now I feel like if they went to get readings, I feel like the same person, I was gonna say people. So this person could have gotten more than one reading from more than one source on this relationship. And whoever they were going to, at least one of those people, I feel like they paid them for spell work as well to try to keep the two of you apart. But yeah, this person is like they're losing their mind because they're realizing that none of their efforts excelled. Because it's like what you have with this person that you're with now is very solid. It's like so solid. I'm hearing Alicia Keys' song Unbreakable. Yeah, it's like through any kind of difficulties, through whatever, because I feel like you love each other so much. And I'm also getting something about temptation. So temptation could literally be a thing that's around the two of you, around this relationship very strongly. But I feel that you two like love each other so much and you respect each other so much that you don't even attempt to engage. Like the temptation energy that's around you is not really temptation to the two of you. Like there are people in that there's energy around you that's trying to tempt you all away from each other outside of this ex who's like crazy and trying to keep the two of you apart. Because I feel like in addition to this ex, like the adversary, I'm sorry guys, my throat. And I guess this ties to the message. Like somebody really doesn't want to see you two together. And I feel like in addition to this ex that I'm picking up on, I feel like the adversary, the enemy, in other words, the devil, the darker force, is like really upset about this relationship progressing. Like as I'm talking, it's almost like they're trying to keep they don't even want to hear it. They don't even want it spoken that this relationship has like a happy ending. They want to ruin it so bad, but I feel like it's progressed to a point that they can't touch it, and it's like they don't even, because they can't touch it, they're just like, I don't even want to hear about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to hear about it. That includes this ex. I feel like this ex is like, they may not even know that they are like an agent of the darker side. They're an agent of the enemy. So whether they feel they know, they're aware of this or not, I feel like they were used as a, I'm hearing agent of chaos to try to create division between the two of you. But yeah, what you have with this new person is very solid. I do feel like if you are not, I don't feel like marriage is here yet because I feel like this is a new relationship, but this is definitely going to be the person you spend the rest of your life with. And I do feel more than likely it's going to be like an official legal marriage between the two of you. Whether you believe in that or not, I feel like that's something that you all are going to compromise on at some point and say, we're just gonna like, if it's one or both of you who don't believe in marriage or whatever, I feel like at some point your mind is going to change about it and you're going to legally get married. But yeah, I feel like you all are moving into like a happy space with each other because you feel more solid. You feel like you all have found your groove with each other. You know, like each other's buttons, like I'm hearing like your deep, darkest secrets and insecurities. I feel like you know so much about each other that if somebody tried to throw something up, like you both know all the tea about each other. So there's nothing that would surprise you. This is why you're both you're on solid ground in this relationship now, because you've discussed everything. You've covered all ground. So you know each other inside out, back and forward, to the point that if someone tried to bring up some old information, you'll be like, I already knew that. And you'll know for a fact like where your person stands on it now, and your person will know where you stand on it now. So if it's a way, nobody's perfect. You all could have been a certain way in past relationships, and like people are trying to bring up that dirt or bring up that behavior from the past, and you're like, I already know about that, but they're not like that anymore, and your person is saying that about you. You all don't care about each other's past because you all are each other's present and future. And I feel that you all have found what you've always been searching for, what it is you've always been desiring in each other. And this is something that you weren't able to find in previous relationships, which may have led to you being a less than stellar partner in the past. And there's so much protection around this relationship. Yeah, it's like you unlock each other in a way that no one else was able to in the past. And I also get like maybe like even family. You all know each other so well. It doesn't matter how long you've been together, even if it's like a brand new relationship. I feel like you've discussed and you've covered so much with each other, and you know each other so well that even some family don't know you as well as your partner does, and vice versa. You all have like an amazing way of like resolving issues with each other. You always have this desire, and I feel like this is going to carry on through the future, the rest of your lives together. You always have this desire for resolution together. So if you do run into some kind of issue or pitfall in this relationship, I feel like your goal is to always resolve it so you can get back to a happy space with each other. You love being happy together. Neither of you like when you're beefing, when you're arguing or disagreeing about anything seriously. You like when there's peace and harmony in this relationship. And I feel like that's going to carry on in the future, where if there is some disagreements or some issues that come up in the future, you're going to do everything you can. I feel like you already do this, and you're going to continue to do this, where you sit down and you find a resolution for the problem so you can get back to your happy. And I feel like you do this so well. And I don't feel like you do it in a way where you're brushing things under the rug. I feel like you really hash it out. Like you talk about it like you talk about it thoroughly. You discuss like all your fears, all your concerns regarding whatever the issue is. Like you get it all out on the table. If there's like a misunderstanding, like in the way that something is perceived by the other, I feel like you get on the same page with that. Like you really try to understand the other person's point of view. And if there is anything you need to adjust or fix, I feel like you do that, so that you all can get back on the same page. And I feel like this is the energy that makes the enemy very mad, because they use that kind of thing, those moments in these relationships that are divinely led, that are divinely brought together. They use those like chaotic moments to split those unions apart. But I don't feel like it's working in this particular union I'm picking up on. Like really nothing can come between you. I might even title the reading after the Sade song, Nothing Can Come Between Us, because that's really what I'm picking up here. Nothing can come between the two of you. It's giving that scripture, like what God put together, let no man put asunder. So yeah, it's like no man on earth and no dark force, can break this apart. The only thing that can break you all apart is if God sees fit for you to no longer be together. I feel like if there are even moments in the future where you get really frustrated and you think in a moment like we want to call this off, you will find like you will have a change of heart fairly quickly and say, no, we can't. Like something in you makes you feel like you need to hold on to each other. And I feel like because it's a strength together, like you're strong together, but like you're a force. Like you're strong individually, but you're a force together. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, and I feel like you have so much peace with each other that you didn't have in the past because you can be your complete and whole self. In the past, it's almost like you had to wear, even if it was just like a partial mask, you never could be like, you never could reveal like all that you were in previous relationships because you felt like you would be judged. You were always dealing with people. You probably had judgmental partners, very judgmental partners in the past. Or you had people who like didn't quite understand your background. Like, it's just something that you were dealing with people who weren't necessarily match with you. Maybe you had some things in common, but like the core of you, I don't feel like either of you found your match until now. And so the fact that you can be so comfortable with somebody just feels insane to you because you think about all the years before when you were dating and you would long for this feeling, but it never came. You never experienced it with anyone, and you started to think like it didn't exist. And this desire you had was just a fantasy, but no, this fantasy is real. I keep hearing the Sade song, nothing can come between us now. So I do think that that's like the theme song of this relationship. And I feel like you have this knowing about each other, even things that you don't communicate, because you are so well connected, so well matched. And like I said, this union is divinely guided. Like this union came together under the divine's leadership, under the divine's instruction of like everything about how you, when you met, how you came together, what you discussed, everything was divinely led. This is why this connection is so strong. So even those things that you haven't discussed, because you are so connected in a divine way, I feel like you just know each other on like a deep, deep level. Like, you know, whether you're near or far from each other, you know when something's wrong, you know when something's off, you know what the other needs, even when they're thousands of miles away from you. And because you have this deep connection, when you are apart, it doesn't feel like you're apart. Like, you miss each other, of course, but I feel in some way that you can have intimacy even when you're thousands of miles away from each other. Like, you have a way of you have a way of connecting and feeling really close to each other when you're so far apart. So because you have this feeling, I get the sense that you don't really have it. You don't ever feel tempted by anything else around because you feel like your partner is always with you and they have a way of being able to satisfy like that craving within you when you are apart. And I'm hearing that's without even speaking to each other. So it's not because you're picking up the phone, FaceTiming, or talking on the phone, texting, that you're just like, oh, well, I'm talking to my partner, so I'm fine. I feel like you have this way, like spiritually, where you connect and you feel like very satisfied and full with each other's presence, no matter, you know, the distance between you. But yeah, I'm hearing this is a true match. This is a true match. It's very divinely matched. And you have a way of seeing right through to each other. Even the things you may try to hide, I feel like you pick up in each other. And I feel the sense that things that you may have like the internal things that you tried to hide in the past that you would probably be some things embarrassed about. I feel like when you see into each other and see those things, you don't judge it. So again, it goes back to what I was saying before. You feel so comfortable with each other in a way that you weren't able to feel with anybody else in the past. The things that you probably thought that you needed to hide because they were embarrassing or they weren't, you know, proper or whatever the case is, it's like you can be your true self fully, wholly with each other. And just, I almost feel like you have this, your relationship is like a shell, like a very hard shell. Like you're inside the shell and the protection around you is like so strong, but inside that shell is like this warmth, this comfort, this softness. So you're very soft with each other. You're very understanding with each other. You're very you're just fully connected on all levels. That's what I get. But yeah, there's a deep, deep, deep emotional connection and understanding here. Okay? So that's about all I have for you all for this fill me in general energy reading. I hope it was helpful. Again, if you would like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can do so at the Vimeo links in the description box. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, link to my website can be found in the description box as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And I'll be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.